The skills are the abilities and qualities needed to create and deliver a presentation that effectively communicates information. And you should prepare such presentation which will touch their mind and heart. So that kind of presentation is called informative presentation. Then weigh the evidence. Then you will learn about these three things in detail with their supporting evidences. Hello students, I am Anil, Assistant Professor of English, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. In this video, we are going to look at the presentation skills and the writing skills for the students of B.Ca. third semester. Let's look at presentation skills first. We have to understand what is presentation skills. So here, presentation skills are the abilities and qualities needed to create and deliver a presentation that effectively communicates information and idea to an audience. They can include what you say, how you structure it, and the materials you use to support what you say, such as slides, videos, or images. This session is also a kind of presentation. So here we have to understand that the skill is the ability. The skills are the abilities and qualities needed to create and deliver a presentation that effectively communicates information. So you have to communicate what is going on in your mind or what do you want to communicate effectively. So that is a skill. Today it is very important. So people who have a command over language and who can give a beautiful presentation, they are in demand for most of the companies. If you become entrepreneurs, then you have to communicate your product or your service through this skill, the presentation skill. So for the examination purpose, we shall understand how many types of presentation skills are there. So types of presentation skills. The first one that comes in this category is informative or instructional presentation. What is this informative or instructional presentation? The very meaning informative or instructional explains what kind of a presentation is this. Informative and instructional presentations are both types of presentations that aim to convey information to an audience. So they genuinely concentrate on how to communicate something that is very informative to the public or the audience. When you stand in front of an audience, you want to talk about something, a service or a product. So you are giving information regarding that service or product. Such kind of presentation fall under this category, that is informative or instructional. The first one, informative presentation, provides information on a specific topic to educate or sensitize the audience. Before writing or rehearsing an informative presentation, it's important to analyze the audience's background and knowledge level. In order to understand this type of presentation skill, you have to understand the audience first, their level of knowledge, their level of understanding, and you should prepare such presentation which will touch their mind and heart. So that kind of presentation is called informative presentation. Now after giving information, now you are instructing about something. So what is instructional presentation? It teaches the audience a specific subject, a concept, process or skill. The goal of an instructional presentation is to facilitate learning and understanding and can be used in a variety of settings including schools, colleges, universities and businesses. Instructional presentations often include visual or hands-on elements to enhance comprehension. So instructional, that means some instructions are given how to do something. So when you are giving such presentations, it becomes instructional presentation. So here you will have to do hands-on elements to enhance the understanding of the process which happens in this kind of presentation. So informative, where you give information about your product or service, and instructional, that means how to do something or how something is done. So with this we will understand informative and instructional presentation. Then comes persuasive presentation. What do you understand by the word persuasion? Persuasion means you make people get into action, what you want them to do, and they start doing it after your presentation. So such kind of a presentation is called as persuasive presentation. A persuasive presentation is a way to clearly and convincingly convey ideas to an audience while also connecting with them emotionally and thoughtfully. Persuasive presentations can help both the presenter and the audience learn more deeply. That means when you are emotionally connected to the audience, They will hear everything that the presenter says and they will easily catch the content. So this is how we differentiate the types of presentations. So this is persuasive presentation. For example, if you are willing to sell your services, sell your products, or you want to make people get into action, for example, climate change, you can think of what is going on in the society and you want to bring in a change. So then you will give a presentation for people to understand. For example, you can take waste management, solid waste management, and you can give a presentation. You should emotionally connect that what are the goods and bads and how you should deliver such waste, solid waste at home, how to carefully and neatly discard those wastes without impacting negatively on the environment. So such presentations fall under this group, that is persuasive presentation. Now, one of the important types of presentations is decision-making presentation. What is decision-making presentation? You have to choose among options. There you have to decide this or that. So such kind of presentations. So here you have to make a decision using your presentation skill. So here decision making is the process of choosing the best option from multiple alternatives to achieve a desired outcome. It involves identifying a problem, gathering information, evaluating options, and making a choice in the end. So this decision-making presentation is very important. Whether it comes to choosing a college, whether it comes to choosing a dress, whether it comes to choosing a subject. So there you have to follow these steps. And when you are presenting something, if you are giving option to the audience to choose from different types of products, different types of services, you have to give a presentation. So that falls under this one, decision-making presentation. So let us see what are the different steps involved in this kind of presentation. Generally, there are 7 steps of decision-making process. That is identifying the decision. That means here it is identifying what you need. What is that you need? Gather relevant information about that thing, service or product or an idea. Then identify the alternatives. You will compare the things 1, 2, 3. What is the difference between 1 and 2? What is the difference between 2 and 3? And which is more important or which is not the required one? Then you will identify the alternatives. Then weigh the evidence. Then you will learn about these 3 things in detail with their supporting evidences. Is 1 better than 2? Is 2 better than 1? Or is 3 better than both 1 and 2? With the evidence, you will try to differentiate or make out their characters. Choose among the alternatives. Now, you have these 3 alternatives. Then with all these evidences, you will try to choose it. You will choose one better thing out of this. Then take action. You choose the first way or you choose the second one. You chose the third one, 1 or 2 or 3, which you seem it is fit and good for you. You choose. After choosing that thing, you will take action according to that. Then you will start preparing. Then you will start following the steps involved. And then finally you have one thing to do, that is review your decision. So after doing all these things, you choose what you want to do. Then you gather relevant information with respect to all these. Then you found these 3 things. Then you identify the alternatives for these 3 things. If there are no alternatives, then you will weigh the evidence for choosing amongst these 3 things. And then you will take action according to the one chosen. Finally, you have to review your decision so that whatever you have done, what is the outcome of your decision? Is it good? Is it not good? Do you require any alternatives or do you require any alteration for your plan, etc.? And finally, involving all these things, you will make one informed choice. That is your decision. So these are the steps involved in decision-making process. Now it comes to demonstrative presentation. The word itself speaks about its characters. You are demonstrating something so that people can easily observe and learn from you. So you are giving a demo. That is called as demonstrative presentation. A demonstration presentation, also known as a demonstration speech or how-to speech, is a type of informative presentation that teaches an audience how to do something new. The goal is to walk the audience through a process or a task step by step so they can repeat it or use the information after the presentation. Demonstration presentations can be educational or promotional and can be used for a variety of purposes. For example, students might give a demonstration speeches for class projects, while professionals might use them to teach colleagues, highlight new products, or pitch to investors. So this is what is called as a demonstrative presentation. So where you give a demo so that the audience will see and they'll get to know the process, how it is done. So therefore it is called as how to speech, how to do something, how to create wealth, how to have a good life, how to have a good health, how to have a good group of friends, etc. All these things, they come under demonstrative presentation. With those things, we understood what is presentation skill and what are the different types of presentation skills. Informative, instructional, demonstrative, decision-making skills. So these things are important when it comes to presentation skills. Now after presentation, we get to know about writing skills. In presentations, you'll stand in front of a group of people. Let me call it as an audience. So there you have to speak. There you have to demonstrate. There you have to achieve what you desired for. So therefore, in this, you are facing an audience face to face. You should stand in front of them. You should also keep in mind how you stand, how you talk. You should have a command over your language, etc. So that is one part. Now coming to the other part, that is the writing skills. So writing skills are basis for your presentation skills. So when you want to present something, you should have it in pen and paper mode so that it will help you to present better. So writing skills are also very important or crucial in order to achieve the presentation skills. Let us see what is there in writing skills. What are writing skills then? Writing skills are the abilities to communicate ideas clearly through writing in various forms. So you are not going to talk to anybody. You are going to write. You are going to connect with the readers here. You will not have an audience, active audience, but you will have readers who will understand your thoughts. They are important because they allow people to communicate without being physically present. Writing skills can be broken down into component skills that make a good writer, such as language understanding. So when somebody reads what you have written, they should clearly understand what you are trying to say. Therefore, you should concentrate on the grammar, you should concentrate on spelling and punctuation. Then tone and word choice. The tone. What are you trying to say? Are you questioning somebody, or are you just giving them a plan or an idea, or just expressing your opinion? Tone and word choice. Tailoring your message to different situations and people. So you should concentrate on this thing also. Then writing techniques, literary devices and persuasive language techniques. How are you going to express these things? Are you going to use literary devices? Are you going to use stories or anecdotes, etc.? Then persuasive language techniques. Structure. How do you structure your sentence? Eliminating run-ons and sentence fragments. When you write something, your ideas should not break down in between, or your ideas should not be very long so that when the reader reads it, he misses your idea. That should not happen when you write something. Then messaging, the clarity of your message, organized ideas. Then conscience, research and reader engagement, accuracy of your idea, what you are trying to express. You should be very accurate when you write a piece of article in order to reach the readers. So these things in total become writing skills. So when you write something properly, then you can practice, rehearse, speak, and then you can go to presentation skills. Let us look at different types of writing skills. Just like the presentation skills, you have some different types of writing skills here. So types of writing. One is descriptive writing. How do you understand descriptive writing? The word itself, descriptive, tells you everything. It is a clear description of something that you want to do. Descriptive writing is a style of writing that aims to create a vivid image of a person, place, thing, emotion, or situation in the reader's mind. It uses detailed descriptions that appeal to the senses and evoke emotions. Descriptive writing can be found in many forms of writing, such as journals, travel blogs, and biographies. If you have read these kinds of things, that is journals, travel blogs, biographies, novels, there you will get to know what description means. The author captures each and every emotion that reaches the reader's mind. Sometimes you may feel that when you read a novel or when you read a story, the picture is running at the back of your memory. It is like the cinema that is going on in the screen of your mind. So that is called as descriptive type of writing. So you describe each and everything. You capture the emotion. When you capture the emotion, you are going to express how that person feels. When the readers read how the person is feeling, that feeling really touches the readers. So this is called as descriptive writing. The next one is the narrative writing. What do you mean by narrative writing? That means you are narrating something to the readers. You are telling a story to somebody. So narrative writing is a style that allows the writer to tell a story. It can include actual events told in chronological order, or it may include imagined events told in a timeline that the author creates. Narrative writing can sustain the reader's attention and help them visualize a realistic experience from the words. So this narration is when you read something, when you are reading, the author is trying to say it like the author is speaking to you. When you get such kind of a feeling, that writing is called narrative writing. So when you write something, when the readers read it, they should feel like as if you are telling them the story. It may be imaginary or it may be about an event. So this is called as narrative type of writing. I hope you people are following what has been explained. The next type of writing. The next one is reflective writing. What do you mean by the word reflection? That something happens that is reflected in mind. You recall something which has already happened. Reflective writing is a way to analyze an experience, event or memory and add a personal reflection. Here this is important. For personal reflection on its meaning. It can be formal or informal and can use emotions, memories or thoughts. Reflective writing can help you think more deeply about an experience, explore your learning and gain self-knowledge. It can also help you develop and refine your thoughts, improve your critical thinking and form new ideas. So this is called as reflective writing. When you undergo all these experiences in your mind and then you create something in writing, that becomes reflective writing. There was an incident in the college. Now you are punished in the college. Suppose you are punished in the college. You went home. Then you thought, what happened there? What was your mistake? Were you really involved in that incident? Or did something else happen? So when you recall everything, something happens in your mind. That entire process, when you bring it onto the paper, it becomes reflective writing. I hope you got the idea of reflective type of writing. Now comes persuasive or argumentative writing. What is persuasion? Persuasion means making people do what you want them to do. Persuade in a positive manner. Or argumentative writing. Why do you argue something? When you get the real idea of the issue or when you have the evidences to support your idea, then you argue with people. So here the same thing. Persuasive writing is a type of non-fiction writing. So it is non-fiction writing that aims to convince an audience to adopt a point of view or take a specific action. It can help students develop critical thinking, communication, and the ability to express themselves persuasively. So you have to understand this. It can help students develop critical thinking. So critical thinking is very much required and it is very necessary. Critical thinking, communication, and the ability to express themselves persuasively. That means when they convince their idea, the audience should accept it. And here you are doing it on paper. When somebody reads your idea, they have to accept it. So that is called as persuasive writing. Argumentative writing is collecting and presenting evidence, allowing the reader to make an informed decision regarding the topic. A persuasive essay will frequently use examples or rhetoric that will elicit an emotional response. So arguments means when you are arguing something, you are giving evidences and make an informed decision regarding the topic which you are speaking about. Therefore, these are the types of writing. The other type of writing is comparative writing. So you can easily understand with the word comparative writing, where you are comparing two things and writing the differences, similarities, etc. of the given topics or two things. Comparative writing, also known as compare and contrast essay, analyzes the similarities and differences between two or more subjects, ideas, or processes. The goal is to explain insights gained from the comparison or to judge whether one thing is better than the other. So you have to take a decision in the end and you are comparing two or more things. And when you do it on paper, that means when you make out the differences, when you make out the similarities of two or more choices, it becomes comparative writing. Comparative writing is a form of academic writing that is often used by college students, researchers, and educators to support their theories. When you go for research purposes, then you will follow this type of writing, comparative writing, where you support some points and there are some opposing points, then you compare both the points and you will choose which is apt for your purpose. So this type of writing is called comparative writing. Now last one in this is cause and effect writing. This heading only explains everything. Cause and effect writing. What caused something and what was the effect? Two things. Cause is something which makes something happen, and effect is what that happened is resulting into. What is a cause and effect essay? A cause and effect essay is a expository essay that explains the relationship between specific conditions and their consequences, often within the context of a big picture issue. That is, there is an incident, then you will write causes. What caused this thing? And after it happened, what is the effect? So this is what is called as cause and effect writing. These conditions are known as causes and their consequences are known as effects. For example, take the current situation where it is highly raining in different parts of the country and there is flood, there is landslides, which is currently happening. So now when you want to write about this incident, you are going to take some points. What are the causes which led to the current situation? And what is going to happen in future? The consequences of such event. So when you write such things, it becomes cause and effect writing. I hope you people understood different types of presentation and different types of writing. Here you have to remember there are different types of presentation. A presentation is where you face the audience, you talk to them, you connect your ideas with them, you connect yourself with the audience, you capture their attention, and then you give a presentation. But when it comes to writing, you don't have any audience. You are with your own self and you write it on a paper. When you compare both of these things, presentation skills and writing skills, they complement each other. Writing skills will lead to a better presentation skill. So you have to develop writing skills first. That will be the base for the presentation skills, where writing will help you to prepare how to present in front of an audience. Keeping these things in mind, we shall discuss other topics related to the other skills in the next class. Thank you.